You know, every single app on your phone, every website you scroll through, it all works because of this one simple but totally revolutionary idea. An idea that took programming from pure chaos and gave it order. It's like the invisible architecture of our entire digital world. And to really get it, we have to start with the one command that almost broke everything.
Yep, it all comes down to a single, powerful command. A command that was so dangerous it nearly smothered the world of software before it even got started. It promised programmers total freedom, but what it actually delivered was, well, total confusion. And all that confusion led us straight into what people now call the age of spaghetti code. Seriously, just picture it. A time with no rules, no guidebooks, basically a digital Wild West where every programmer was just winging it. And what came out of that? This thing called spaghetti code, and it's exactly what it sounds like, a giant, tangled mess of instructions. Trying to follow the logic of a program was like trying to find the beginning of one specific noodle in a giant bowl of spaghetti. It was an absolute nightmare to fix anything, and forget about trying to update it. So, what was the culprit? What caused all this mess? It was a tiny command called goto, and what it did was let a program jump from any one point to any other point, instantly. You want to jump from line 10 all the way to line 500? Go for it. Then from 500 back to line 75? Sure, why not? You can see how this created paths that were just completely unpredictable and made zero logical sense. So you ended up with this massive split, right? On one side, you had the go-to chaos. Unpredictable jumps, impossible to debug, a total mess to maintain. And on the other side, you had the dream, a program that just flowed logically from top to bottom, something that anyone could actually read and understand.
And that was the million-dollar question, wasn't it? How on earth could they get from that unpredictable chaos to a world of clarity and control? How could they possibly escape the spaghetti mess they'd made for themselves?
Well, the answer finally showed up, and it was a pretty radical new idea. A group of computer scientists came along and proposed a solution that was so simple, yet so incredibly elegant, that it was about to change everything. And here's the absolute core of it. They proved that any program, I don't care how ridiculously complex it is, can be written using only 3 basic structures. That's it. No more chaotic jumps all over the place. Just 3 simple, predictable patterns. So what are these 3 magic patterns? Well, they're known as the 3 pillars of structured programming. And these simple rules, they are what changed, well, everything. Okay, the first pillar is the easiest one to get, sequence. This is just the idea that a computer does one thing, then the next thing, then the one after that, all in a perfectly straight line. No jumping around, just a clear step-by-step process. Think about making a sandwich. You have to follow a sequence, right? You get the bread, you put stuff on it, then you put the other piece of bread on top. You can't put the top slice on before you've added the cheese. The order is everything. It's simple, it's logical, and it works every time. That's sequence. Pillar number 2 is selection. Now, this is what gives our programs a brain. It lets them make decisions. It checks if something is true or false, and then it chooses a path based on that answer. It's your classic, if this happens, then do that. You know, you do this every single morning without even thinking about it. You look outside. That's you checking the condition. If it's raining, then you grab an umbrella. If it's sunny, then you grab your sunglasses. You're making a selection based on the data you're getting. Your computer does the exact same thing, just, millions of times a second. And that brings us to the third and final pillar, iteration. You probably know it by its more common name, a loop. This is what makes computers so incredibly powerful. It's the ability to just repeat an action over and over and over again until a specific goal is met. It's the engine of automation.
It's kind of like heating soup on the stove. You don't just stir it once, right? You repeat the action of stirring while the soup is not yet hot. And the second it's ready, that condition becomes false and the loop stops. That's all iteration is. So there they are, sequence, selection, and iteration. With just those 3 simple pillars, programming finally moved from total chaos to absolute clarity. So what's the big deal? What's the lasting legacy of this whole thing? Well, it's this. Those 3 simple rules are the very bedrock of all the software you use today. By getting rid of that chaotic go-to command and replacing it with these structures, programmers could finally build huge, complicated systems that were actually predictable, readable, and stable. And their results are, well, they're everywhere. I mean, think about it. The apps on your phone, the financial systems that run the global economy, the websites you browse, the video games you play, your computer's operating system. Every single piece of it is built on this foundation of sequence, selection, and iteration. Ultimately, what this did was transform programming from this kind of chaotic, unpredictable art form into a disciplined science, an engineering field. It gave us the reliable rulebook we needed to build the modern world. Which kind of leaves us with one last thought. These three principles, simple steps, decisions, and repetitions, are what brought order to the incredibly complex world of code. So the question to you is, where else in your life could a little more sequence, selection, and iteration help you turn a little bit of chaos into clarity?